Good morning, friends. I'm Swapna, faculty in Pananiya Mahavidyalaya College of Education, Osmania University. Today, my E module is on learning objectives of biological sciences. So, first of all, we have to see what is meant by these learning objectives. This E module specifies the aims of science education, providing a broad guideline to line up with educational processes. These aims are the changes in the learning of the students that we expect as a result of our endeavor of the teaching and learning. Learning objectives guide us to take the required actions among the students to bring those changes and help us to make the learning meaningful. It also helps the students to focus their attention on the expected learning and also help us in teaching learning experiences with best strategies that would plan to facilitate in learning. We help learners to construct and reconstruct their knowledge. We can observe that evidences of learning which can gather and document at the end of the lesson. This can help teachers as well as the learner in self assessment, and these learning objectives help everyone to find out difficult tasks and find the answers of such questions, and that will make a systematic work plan. So, first of all, what are the learning objectives and what are the main objectives of the learning objectives? It is to provide, guide, and it will take required actions to bring changes and help us to make learning meaningful. It will also help us to focus the attention of the learners on the expected learning. It helps the learners to construct and reconstruct their knowledge. It also helps in teaching learning experiences, planning strategies to facilitate learning meaningful. It also gather evidences of learning that one can observe and document at the end of the lessons. So, first of all, we have to understand what is the meaning of learning. The term learning means change in the behavior, attitude, knowledge, and skills. In other words, we can say that through learning, we can feel permanently changes in an individual. If we cannot feel any changes in the above skills, then it is will not is said as to be learning. So the learning is a type of reinforcement which may learn a change in behavior enduring by strengthening and intensifying certain aspect of an individual behavior. Learning may be described as the process of the acquiring the ability to respond adequately to a situation which may or may not have previously encountered. So, as a length, we can see the meaning after analysis. L stands for at length, E stands for effective, A stands for apparent, R stands for relentless, N stands for elimination of negative thoughts, I stands for implanting, N stands for elimination negative internalization, and G stands for elimination of generalization. In this, we have to see the teachers are entrusted with the responsibility to provide learning experiences and opportunity to each learner so that the learner can learn to the best of their ability and develop their full potential of learning, identifying certain perceptible changes in terms of remembering, understanding, applying, and analyzing, etc., that need to be brought out of the learner before transacting a particular topic in the class, which helps the teachers to discharge this responsibility. So, this desirable strands of remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing for a particular topic is perceived through learning, and it is known as the learning objectives. This desirably should be viewed from the perspective of the existing knowledge and background of the learners, not of the teachers. In other words, learning objectives are the statements in the specific and observable term that tell what the learner is expected to achieve as a result of engaging in teaching learning processes. Meaning of learning objectives, if we take the example of the byproducts of photosynthesis during the process, it is saying that we will be seeing so many aspects during the process of the photosynthesis. And if we see the process of seed dispersal also, we will be seeing so many steps during this aspects. The aspects of these aims of learning can subject like knowledge and understanding nurturance of the process skills. Technology is also seen through the PowerPoint presentation. We see so much of aesthetic sense, imbibing values, developing problem solving skills, and relating physical science education with natural and social environment. Many of the above aims are common to all the education processes and emphasize that achieving aim of the any subject processes and emphasize that achieving aims and the subject should be continuous in effort of learning objectives. Describe level of organization and related functions in plants and animals can be given as examples, and there are so many examples for the designing and critically observing so much of scientific investigations by the performance. So when we see there is a lot of difference in the aims and objectives. So first of all we have to understand aims. Aims are long term statements, and the objectives are the main aim. The objectives are bound in a short and specified time. Say one teacher is learning during the process of the learning. Example, conducting an activity to generate a question. It is achievable in short time and gives detailed picture of the step you should take. Whereas when we see the aims are foreseen and objectives are influenced by aims. Aims are broader in sense, and the objectives needs to specify the objective to achieve one aim, and we have so many objectives which are very narrower. Aim is an intention or desired outcome. Objective is a specific concrete goal. What are you going to achieve? How are you going to achieve is the main difference between the aim and the objective. Aim is a broader aspect, and the objective is a specific concept and concrete aspect. Aim, aim can be divided into several objectives, and the steps are there to achieve these aims. So when we see three aspects which are concepts of learning. So we see audience, behavior, condition. Audience is the target of learning objective, and audience character. Behavior is expected from the learner. Show an audience has learned something from the instructor. Condition, under what condition will the learner can be expected to demonstrate his or her knowledge. It is responsibility of instructor to create atmosphere of learning for grasping the memory from the learning environment. So when we see the characteristics of the good learning objective, we see the main learning objective is the learning is reflection. The objective needs to be state what the learner is to perform, not how to learn lesson. So we see the learning objective should be consistent with course goal. It is necessary that learning objective should be consistent with the course goal. When the course goal and the goals are not consistent, two avenues are approach will be available. So we see a schedule in the classroom, and the material listed in the lesson plans are followed the general outline. It will provide so many traits like techniques while conducting the instruction. We see flexibility, spontaneity, empathy, compassion using questions, techniques in an active learning. We get feedback, and we use positive reinforcement and provide counseling to the learners. We try to provide coaching to the students and only guiding them. It is a new material in manner that may be seen understood by the learner. It will try to evaluate the learner in the prescribed manner. Grades, test, and distribution scores are required. It will see the facilitator directs and guides the learner towards finding the correct answer to the questions rather than being answering service. So, the main motivation techniques of the learning objectives can be knowledge objectives, understanding objectives, application objectives, creating or creativity objectives. So, what do you understand by knowing knowledge objectives? The objective is achieved to develop recall and recognition abilities. It is a reward, praise, punishment, and reproof techniques of motivation may be employed to achieve knowledge objective. The concrete form of motivation is effective for this purpose. When we see understanding objectives, the understanding objective is realized by developing the abilities of seeing relationship, discrimination, cite examples, generalization, environment, and content. Both are equally important for providing appropriate learning experience to the students. We try to praise success, punish, and failure techniques of the motivation can assist in achieving this objective. When we see the application objectives is achieved by developing the abilities of the reasoning, hypothesizing, inferring, and prediction. The perception and expectancies of the students may be significant role. The success and failure, cooperation and competition, knowledge of result, attitude, techniques of motivation can help the realizing the objective of application. When we see creativity objective, the creativity is the highest objective of the cognitive domain. This can be achieved by satisfying the highest needs of a person and employing internal motivation. The analysis, synthesis, and evaluation of judgment abilities are developed for achieving this objective. Context is the most important and environment is least important. The ego environment and the self motivation is essential for creativity. This level of aspiration, novelty, attitude, techniques of motivation can be used for achieving creativity objectives. The main importance of the learning objectives are it specifies and provides direction to teachers. It will guide students' learning. It gives direction to evaluating the outcomes of the learning experiments. It helps the teacher in instructional planning. It helps in modifying the goals. The main features are like learner centered, explicit and understandable, facilitate getting learner evidences, observable by observing performance of the learners. So when we see there, so we can give so many examples, like for examples, uh, human ear, like we can see with the help of the diagram, we can show with the help of a ts of the leaf, and we can help the pictures with the help of the pictures. We can help in the differentiation between the invertebrates and vertebrates. So the teacher centered and learner centered aspect also focused in the learning objectives, where in the example when we take of nitrogen fixations in the legume plants, we see it is a teacher centered, whereas the learner centered, the learners will be how the organisms are useful. Using a microscopes, they observe the root nodules of the legume plants and they discuss how the rhizobium present in the root nodules or leguminous plants fixes atmospheric nitrogen. It identifies the relationship between the bacterium and leguminous plants. So, when we see the food chain also, like how the biotic and abiotic components are interdependent and how they work out to lead their life. So, after making some models of some aspects like kidneys, lungs, we can give examples and it will provide a practical knowledge to the content. And by this teaching, we can help the students to remember, understand, interpret, appreciate, and they try to analyze in the biological sciences. It also helps to stimulate the spirit of investigation, innovation, and intervention. So, finally, we see the aims of learning biological sciences such as knowledge, understanding of science, nurturance of process skills, scientific temper, development of scientific attitude, curiosity, aesthetic sense, creativity, imbibing values, developing problem solving abilities, and relating biological science concept with interest, understandable and enjoyable manner. The more explicit of an objective is, the more explicit is the learning objectives evidences, which would be likely to be achieved within the limited time. By mentioning the conditions and the criteria in the learning objectives gives explicit visualization for the designing learning object experiences. Learning objectives can be changed or modified depending upon the needs of the learners. This will provide opportunities for the learners' learning experiences with concrete materials through activities, experiments, projects, carrying out investigation, and validation of the knowledge for the formation of concepts in biological sciences. Therefore, deep understanding of the contents of the biological science is one of the most important requirements for the writing learning objectives. So, learning objectives written for a unit should be comprehensive enough to include remembering, understanding, applications, and skills of science processes, as well as a problem solving, critical and creative thinking, communication, and research in the context of biological sciences. In this way, we have understood what are the learning objectives in the biological sciences. Thank you.